saying goes, my family is my world. In my family, I've experienced unconditional love and had so many wonderful experiences. We travel together, road trip together, camp together, and have endless meals and movie nights together. My mom contributes so much to our family through her love and selflessness. She makes sure we know we are loved. My dad is the hardest worker I know, but is wise enough to know when to take a break, and he chooses to spend that free time on us. My sister is the most generous person I know and gives so much of her love and time to my brother and I. Finally, my little brother keeps us all in stitches with his jokes and playful attitude. He is crazily talented in swimming and running and dedicates so much time to both. I love my family and don't know what I would do without each member in it. Camp Carith is one of my favorite places on earth. For the past 10 years, I've taken the 5-hour drive up to Frazee, Minnesota each summer. Camp Carith is so much more than a fun place where I made friends. More importantly, it is a home away from home, where I constantly experience Christ's love and grow close to Him. I owe so much of my relationship with Christ to camp, where I've learned about Him and received His love from every staff member. I now have the opportunity to share this love with campers as I join all summer staff this summer. I'm so excited to see what is in store for me at my 10th year up at Camp Carith. When I was a toddler, my family moved to England for 2 years, and ever since, I've had the desire to travel. We traveled all over Europe back then, and even when we moved back to America, we continued traveling by taking road trips all over the U.S. to see the beauty of the world around us. Once we were old enough, we also began traveling internationally. The summer before 8th grade, we went on one of my favorite trips of all time. We drove all over Scandinavia and traveled to the Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, Sweden, and Norway to meet relatives as well as see where our ancestors lived. It was a magical trip. This past summer, I went back to England for the first time in 10 years. I fell in love all over again with both the English countryside and the cities England has to offer. My favorite place we visited was Oxford, and I cannot wait to go back there someday. I have been so blessed by my parents for the many opportunities they've given me to see the world. I know I will be saving every penny I own to travel all throughout my life. I had never seriously put any thought into the importance of diversity until I read The Giver. It made me realize how much about life we take for granted, the simple things like color and romance and emotion. I fell in love with the way that Lowry was able to describe color in a colorless world and create such a unique society before dystopian novels were popular. After being continually disappointed with realistic fiction young adult books because I could never relate to their characters, I read This Star Won't Go Out, The Life and Words of Esther Grace Earle. It was incredibly refreshing to read the diary of a girl just like me, albeit under incredibly different life circumstances. I no longer felt so different from everyone else, or that the majority of other teenagers were reckless like those in realistic fiction. I wish Esther would have made it through her cancer so I could meet her. But I know that even though she died, she was able to inspire thousands of people. That's more than any of us can ask in a lifetime. The first book I became completely engrossed in was The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I read it for the first time in 2nd grade, before the movie came out, and was one of the kids that searched everywhere for Narnia. I would sit in my closet, close my eyes, and believe that Narnia was only an arm's reach away, and that when I stuck out my hand to touch the wall of the closet, I was always disappointed not to feel snow-laden tree branches. One thing I owe to C.S. Lewis, more than the imagination Narnia inspired, is the fortification of my faith. I learn best in metaphors, and experiencing the story of Christ and His sacrifice through the story of Aslan hit me to the heart. I lived and breathed that story, pretended I was Lucy, even got my hair cut into a bob to look like the movie version of her, and desperately wanted to know Aslan. I then realized that I did know him, that I knew Christ, and that His love was inside of me. I no longer needed to pretend I was Queen Lucy the Valiant. I can simply be me, a child of God, the King of the universe, and that makes me royalty. Ever since I was born, my older sister Caitlin was there for me. We're only 20 months apart, so most people claimed that we'd be at each other's throats all our childhood, based on our proximity in age. But the exact opposite was true. Caitlin never missed an opportunity to give me a kiss or hold my hand while I grew up. We may have squabbled about who got to be Cinderella or Madeline during playtime. Most times I got stuck being Mary Mouse or Chloe. But we always ended every scuffle with a big hug. My sister has grown out of her bossy days to become the most genuine, generous, and optimistic person I know. She loves stories and reading and wants to share them with the world. When my brother Stephen didn't find enjoyment in reading during elementary school, she literally wrote him a book and went to him every night before bed. Now, Stephen is one of the most advanced readers I know. He understands Shakespeare and got a kick out of Beowulf. He reads the classics for enjoyment, all because of the time Caitlin devoted to him. Caitlin just finished her freshman year of college, and I'm so excited she's home. Soon we'll be headed off to camp to spend the entire summer together. Caitlin is my confidant. We get each other, and even when we disagree, we love each other for it. I don't know what I would do without my big sis around to help me and teach me. She's going on to do amazing things, and I'm so glad to get to have her as my sister. This I believe. I believe in God because I believe in beauty and love and miracles and music. I believe in beautiful messes and that mistakes are not the end. I believe in forgiveness and that God is love. We are His mess, His moneyed children that will never understand Him or be the people He deserves, yet He loves us anyway, and He'd rather die than be without us. I believe in music and in the cleansing of rain, and that no one can prove every drop of water on earth isn't a message of God's love pouring down on us. I believe in dancing in thunderstorms and diving below the surface and getting your hair wet and sinking until your lungs burned for oxygen. I believe in God because I believe in love. Even though we are far from deserving, God offers us His love to us with open arms, wanting us all to accept it. I want humankind to drown in awe at all the good in the world, and that even the ugly, difficult things can be made right, that Christ died to make them right. I believe that every life is a miracle, that we are all formed out of chaos. Atoms and proteins align perfectly from everywhere in the world into one oddly organized being that can breathe life in and out. I believe that God handcrafted humans in His image and breathed the world into existence with His words. I believe that He has given our words power as well, and I pray that I've used mine right. God, thank you for words. Thank you for life. My life is a garden. I begin with the foundation of rich soil shaped by the gardener. He plants seeds in my dirt and allows others to do so as well. Slowly but surely, my plants begin to sprout from the ground. Every green shoot needs water and care that the gardener provides. Every now and then, an ugly weed raises its head in the garden and attacks the plants as they attempt to grow strong and tall. I need the gardener's help to remove them so they don't consume the other plants. Under the constant tending of the garden grows lush and magnificent. Without him, the garden would be barren, but with him, it is made into something beautiful. Dear future self, I wonder if in 20 years you'll go back to YouTube and search for this video. Do you remember this night when you had 5 days left of your senior year and your whole life was stretched before you? I wonder if you long for the person that you were when you were 17. Do you remember your dream of buying your own house with a large yard to start a hobby farm with goats and chickens? Did you follow it? Or do you find that absurd now? Whatever your life looks like now, I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're pleased with how far you've come, and I want to let you know that I'm proud of you for choosing good when it was easier to go a different direction. Love yourself, Julia, but love God first. Send Him a big thank you from me, okay? This feels really short to me, and I know you'll keep asking for more of your past. But you've got a life to continue. 37. I know you make the most of it. Love, Julia.